Okay, now to start this video off and to save time and therefore download time, I've put these trims in so you can see what they look like, but I haven't put the one around the bottom of the skirt, which is done in exactly the same way. And what we're going to do is create a path extrusion here, and for that we need a path and a profile. So we'll create the path first by selecting the line tool, double clicking to get that ring around the bottom of the skirt, and then we can go edit, copy, edit, paste, and that's created as a new option in the scene editor. If you haven't got the scene editor displayed, it's editors and then scene editor. So you see it's there and it's called it generic. We'll call that path so it's a bit more obvious. And now we need our profile. And for the profile, what we're going to do is create a circle. So on the create menu, click on circle, and it will create a large circle down there. I'm just going to move this up so we can see it at the same time as we see the skirt. Now for this then, this is obviously far too large at the moment, so we need to scale that down. Excuse me, I happen to have the hiccups. So click on the scale gizmo, just grab that bottom thing and scale it down until you think it's about the right size. I think that's probably somewhere near right. Then we also need the profile of the thing to be pointing in the right direction for the path. This is in the same direction of the path at the moment, as in they're both pointing up, and I want this to be pointing perpendicular. So I use the numerical editor for this. Again, if you haven't got it up, it's scene options, editors options and numerical editor. So on here we have some rotation options. I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees in the x-axis. So there we go. So it's pointing this way, the path is pointing upwards, and that's about right for us. So to create a path extrusion, to put a trim round here, have the circle selected first and then the path. So press shift or control to select both layers, and then create path extrusion, and it will put it in. Now I think that's probably still a bit large, so I'm just going to undo that, select my circle again, and then I'm going to scale it down some more to make it a bit more consistent. There we go. So select the line, select the path, create and path extrusion. That's more like it. So now we have a dress with trim, which is awesome, but we also have other things in the scene which we don't want. I don't want the line segment or the path that we created, so I'm just going to select both of those items in the scene editor, go edit and delete. So there we are. We have a dress, we have trim, that's the basics of it. Very simple, very easy. All those techniques will work with any of the meshes included in the pack. It's going to be a question of loading in your mesh, changing the shape a little, changing some positions, adding some trims, adding some buttons if you want to add the buttons, because it comes with buttons and a little belt thing. And then that's it, it's job done, easy as pie. I'm doing it in silo, but I believe that most polygon programs or polygon modelling programs will have the same functions that I've used here. I've tried not to do anything particularly exciting or silo specific. That's your job. I'm just going to do one last thing. I'm going to select both of these and join them together, and we'll export that out, get it into Poser and make sure it looks as we expect it to. So do a file, export, save selected objects. I'm going to just add this here. Let's call it dress short, and I'll probably include that in the package. Save that. Then I'll nip over to Poser, where I have a Victoria ready to go. File, import wavefront object. Centered, place on floor, and percent, make sure they're unticked. The only thing I ever have ticked is make polygon normals consistent. Click OK, select the dress, and there we are. It's in, it fits, it's all ready to be converted to a conforming figure, or a dynamic figure, whichever way you want to go. So I hope that was useful. I hope you think that it was worthwhile. If you have any questions or want some advice, please feel free to contact me through Rendo Mail. Enjoy.